Imagine a summer without warmth. No sunshine, no blue skies. Snow falls in June. Crops rot in the fields. People whisper that the world is ending. This is not fiction. This is not mythology. In 1816, the planet experienced something terrifying. History remembers it as the year without a summer. The story begins 1 year earlier. In April 1815, on a remote island in present-day Indonesia, a massive volcano named Mount Tambora awakened. At first, it was quiet. Then suddenly, the mountain exploded. What followed was one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history. The blast was so powerful, it could be heard more than 1,600 miles away. Entire villages vanished. Tens of thousands died instantly. But the real disaster was only beginning. Tambora did something rare. It didn't just release lava and ash. It injected millions of tons of sulfur and dust high into the atmosphere, so high that normal rain could not wash it away. These particles spread across the planet, forming a giant invisible veil around Earth. Sunlight was blocked. The world began to cool, slowly, silently. By 1816, something felt wrong. In Europe and North America, spring never truly arrived. Frost returned again and again. In June, snow fell across New England. In July, lakes froze in parts of Europe. Farmers watched in horror as crops died before harvest. Corn turned black, wheat rotted in the fields. This was supposed to be summer, but summer never came. The consequences were devastating. Food shortages turned into famine. Food prices skyrocketed. Families sold everything they owned just to survive. Riots broke out in cities. Bread became a weapon. In parts of Europe, starvation killed more people than the Napoleonic Wars had just years earlier. People didn't know why this was happening. They had no explanation, only fear. Without science to explain the skies, people turned to belief. Many thought it was divine punishment. Churches filled with prayers. Prophets warned of apocalypse. Dark skies at noon, cold winds in July. To many, this was proof that the world was ending. But something unexpected was also happening. In Switzerland, a group of writers were trapped indoors by cold and rain. Among them was a young woman named Mary Shelley. With nowhere to go, they told ghost stories by candlelight. That summer, in that darkness, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, a monster born from a summer that never existed. History changed in ways no one expected. Years later, scientists uncovered the truth. Ice cores, tree rings, atmospheric records, all evidence pointed back to one event, Mount Tambora. A single eruption had cooled the entire planet. One mountain had stolen summer from the world. The year without a summer eventually passed. Skies cleared, temperatures recovered, but the lesson remains. Nature doesn't need armies, it doesn't need weapons. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment to change the world. And in 1816, the world learned how fragile time, seasons, and civilization truly are. Summer feels permanent. History proves it isn't.